Good afternoon. A very warm greeting to each and every one of you. Welcome to the Academic and Cultural Forum for celebrating the 30th anniversary of the establishment of Taiwan-Israel cooperative relations. My name is Judy, and I will be your host for today's event. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our appreciation for your presence today. To formally start this forum, I would like to first invite our distinguished guest to deliver the opening remarks. Please welcome Vice Minister of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Republic of China, Mr. Alexander Gallagher.
Honorable Israel representative here in Taiwan, and my colleague eyfug8gg, our representative in Israel, Dr. Lucia Chen, Vice President, International Affairs of Taiwan University, a very distinguished list of panelists that are participating in today's forum, which is hosted by Taiwan University's own Dean of College of International Affairs, Professor Paul Chen-Paul. Dear colleagues, students, guests, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon. First of all, my apologies for being late a few minutes. I was a little naive that I could travel from Taipei to Hong Kong in an hour. So I misjudged by a few minutes. But very happy to be here to participate, or actually to be the opening act of this very interesting forum to celebrate the 30th anniversary between Taiwan and Israel's mutual setting up offices, and also this cooperative relations that we have since then had for this last 30 years. I think all of us are expecting to have a very fruitful discussion about Taiwan-Israel relations, what we have done, what we can do, and talk about our similarities and our differences. We come from very different cultural heritages, but we have some similarities in the sense that some other countries may not have. For example, both Israel and Taiwan, we face very hard challenges in terms of most countries don't have to think about this country's survival. Most countries don't have to think about other countries doubting their statehood. But I think this is our challenge as we face, and I think probably it will be interesting to discuss how we deal with these challenges together. The Taiwan Straits has been a topic of a lot of discussions lately, be it in multilateral or bilateral instances, forums, the talk about the need for the status quo or the peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait is the topic that is discussed between G7 leaders, ASEAN foreign ministers, even prime ministers in Korea and Australia, etc. Taiwan is being discussed a lot. And I've also have had many people asking, journalists or other people asking, well, about this lately about these hostilities that are occurring into our ADIZ, the Air Defense Identification Zone, whether that is something that we are surprised or alarmed. And I tell my friends who ask me these questions that actually we've been facing this type of aggressions for a long time, at least since I was born. You only now see the planes and the ships getting nearer to our coast, in these type of threats or taunting us. But diplomatically, we've been facing this type of aggression since forever, for decades. At least Since I joined the Foreign Service, once we were posted overseas, we were at the forefront of the diplomatic trenches of aggression between us and the other side. So this is an ongoing challenge, and again, bringing back to today's topic, which is Taiwan, Israel, I think it's a topic of very interesting discussion. But also allow me to mention that as we mark this important milestone in our friendship, it's worth noting that the significant concrete progress that our nations continue to make in bolstering this cooperation. To date, we have signed between Taiwan and Israel 32 bilateral agreements covering such issues as research, technology, visa-free entry, education, volunteering, social welfare, working holidays. And among these, the agreement on working holiday was signed just last month. So opening up new opportunities for many of you here today, the young people, also from the young people in Israel, to learn about each other's cultures. So I'm very confident that mutual understanding for our two countries will be further advanced in the years ahead, not only between us, but also between our youth exchanges. And also, I want to, between Taiwan and Israel, there's a series of activities that we are hosting and preparing and executing to celebrate 30 years, this 30th anniversary. There's been some exhibitions, which was hosted by the Israel office here in Taiwan, as well as some activities hosted by our colleagues in Tel Aviv. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs will also organize the Taiwan-Israel investment opportunity in the second half of the year. So, again, and also want to thank Campbell University for hosting this very important and meaningful forum today, and the presence of many of distinguished academicians being here or online. Let's hope that Taiwan and Israel, which are both vibrant democracies, share common values, and we will both maintain our democratic way of life and continue to work together in the years ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your kind remarks, Vice Minister. And now please join me in giving a warm welcome to the representative from the Israel Economic and Cultural Office in Taipei, Mr. eyfug8gg.
His Excellency Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs Alex Yu, Vice President Tankang University Dr. Wu Chen, Representative of TECO, the Taiwanese office in Israel, Ms. Abby Lee on the screen, students and faculty members. It is a special pleasure for me to be here today at the prestigious Tankang University celebrating the 30th anniversary of the opening of both representative offices in Taiwan and in Israel. 30 years is quite a long time, and we can definitely look back with great satisfaction and pride on the achievements both sides were able to achieve through hard work, mutual understanding, and ongoing collaboration. Israel and Taiwan share several similarities. They are both democracies that lack natural resources but are full of human capital. They are large investors in R&D, and they have export-oriented, innovative economies and highly valued education systems. All these contribute to the solid foundations which our relations are based upon and are the engine that pushes them forward. Through the years, we have seen great development in our cooperation with Taiwan. About 30 bilateral agreements have been signed, covering a wide spectrum of areas: R&D, technology, science, education, health, social affairs, etc. ISECO, our office, invests many efforts in promoting the economic and trade collaboration, and we have seen remarkable progress in trade in that area as well. 2021, for example, our bilateral trade volume crossed the $2 billion threshold, and Israel's export to Taiwan has almost doubled itself in the last 4 years. Israel and Taiwan are well known as global hubs for innovation and technological excellence, and our partnership is natural and mutually beneficial. Since the visa waiver agreement that was signed in 2011, the number of tourists traveling between both sides has been growing steadily. In the post-pandemic era, we expect movement of tourists to continue to grow and reach new heights. Our recently signed working holiday agreement will hopefully attract young people like yourself to visit and explore each place. In the academic field, the number of joint programs and agreements has significantly increased, encouraging Israeli and Taiwanese scholars to conduct research together, as well as a rise in student exchanges, mutual visits, and more. We also see more Israeli films and artistic creations presenting Taiwan famous festivals and museums. The number of joint cultural projects and exchanges between artists is steadily growing as well. We look at the past 30 years with great pride and satisfaction and look forward to continue expanding and deepening our friendship and collaboration with Taiwan and the Taiwanese people. In that regard, I would like to thank our friends at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for initiating today's event and for their support and partnership through the years. Thanks to the team of Tamkang University, especially to Dr. Mor Soto, our Israeli representative in the university, who worked hard in preparing the conference. Thanks to all speakers from Israel and Taiwan, and thank you for attending. I wish fruitful and interesting conference to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your kind remarks. And now please give a round of applause to welcome the representative from the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Tel Aviv, Mr. Yaping Lee, to give us opening remarks.
Minister Yu and Director General Anthony Ho of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Representative Omer Kaspi of Israel Economic and Cultural Office in Taipei, Dr. Lucia Chen, Vice President for International Affairs, Tamkang University, distinguished speakers, faculties, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, Shalom. It is a great pleasure to be invited to join the Academic and Cultural Forum for celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Taiwan-Israel cooperative relations. We are pleased to see senior officials, distinguished scholars, and young talents gathered here today to proudly review what we have achieved in the past 30 years and what we can advance in the next 30 years and more. I'm proud and honored to represent Taiwan in Israel from the professional and personal levels. I would like to express my appreciation for many of you for enhancing the Taiwan-Israel exchanges and cooperation from different professions and in a wide spectrum of fields. With the joint efforts, over the years, the two countries have signed 32 agreements covering from visa waiver program, working holiday program, education, to science and technology, medicine and health, as well as social welfare and volunteering, and to name a few. In addition, in recent years, Taiwan and Israel have enjoyed a continued growth in bilateral trade, and exchanges of visits revived steadily in the post-pandemic era. Peoples of the two countries have shown tremendous interest in learning each other more, and we believe this contributes to a strong foundation for closer partnership in the future. Taiwan and Israel have enjoyed friendly relations. We not only share the value of democracy, freedom, and defending of human rights. We are determined to pursue the cutting-edge technology. Our partnership based on the shared value, the complementary industrial ecosystem will create synergy beyond imagination. We look forward to more collaborations with mutual compliments. I'm firmly convinced that we are able to create another 30-year cultural friendship and our partnership will be everlasting. In closing, I would like to once again thank Downtown University for having me today and wish the forum a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lee, for your kind remarks. And finally, it is my honor to welcome Vice President for International Affairs at Tampere University, Dr. Lucia Xiaochuchen.
His Excellency Vice Minister Yu, His Excellency Representative Casby, Her Excellency Representative Lee, and His Excellency Director General He, all our distinguished guests, colleagues, and students, good afternoon. On behalf of Tampere University, let me extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you to the Academic and Cultural Forum. Although Taiwan and Israel do not have formal diplomatic relations, we have a long history of close friendship. The two sides have actively cooperated in promoting progress and projects in many fields, including economics, trade, science, technology, medical care. Also, over the many decades of friendship between Taiwan and Israel, Taiwan has modeled itself on Israel in such fields as food technology, renewable energy, and space technology. Taiwan and Israel are democratic and free countries, and we cooperate according to the same democratic values and ideas. The main purpose of this forum, therefore, is to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the establishment of Taiwan-Israel cooperative relations, as well as to open a new chapter in our strong friendship. For myself, I had a great opportunity to be invited by the University of Tel Aviv to attend an international conference in 1999. I was not the first scholar from Taiwan who attended a major conference in Israel, but I'm sure I was one of the pioneers at that moment. It was a wonderful experience for me, and until now, the memories of my visit to Israel remain fresh in my mind. In 2013, 7 professors from Tampere University College of International Affairs attending an international conference in the Begin Sadat Center for Strategic Study of Balan Iran University. And today, Tampere University has the great fortune to have Dr. Mo Soho from Israel teach at the university in the capacity of a full-time professor. Without a doubt, today's event is very significant for Tampere University. An outstanding institution of higher education, Tampere University has an international reputation for its many programs and courses, offering the arts and the humanities, the social science, the natural science, business, economics, engineering, information technology, semiconductor research, artificial intelligence, and many more fields. To be sure, Tampere University will have more academic exchanges with Israel in the near future. A large number of people from both countries, Taiwan and Israel, have been involved in planning today's forum. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of those who have contributed to the forum and to all of our participants. Best wishes to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chen. So now we'll have a group photo frame. May I please have the distinguished guests in the first row please stand on the stage here, please?